Silo Season 2 Episode 4 presents some of the most gripping moments from the show and ends on a shocking note when a main character dies. Created by Graham Yost, Silo Season 2's Episode 4 steps things up by revealing what Bernard is truly capable of. Up till Episode 4, it was hard not to empathize with Bernard's actions, given how he was seemingly trying to protect Silo 18 citizens. However, in Episode 4, Bernard takes things a little too far by killing Meadows and paving the way for chaos in the central silo. While Tim Robbins' Silo character, Bernard, plots a nefarious scheme in Silo 18, Juliet seeks Solo's help to get her hands on the firefighting suit. This brings her one step closer to finding her way back to her own silo. However, with Silo 18 citizens already turning against the workers of the mechanical, it is hard not to wonder if Juliet will be able to make it back to her home before it is too late. With so much going in Silo Season 2's Episode 4, its events will certainly play a crucial role in defining the narrative direction of the rest of the season. Why Bernard kills Meadows in Silo Season 2 Episode 4. He stops seeing her as an ally. Meadows somehow seems to trust Bernard when she tells him that she wishes to go out, with her suit insulated with the same heat tape that helped Juliet survive. Bernard cleverly plays along and pretends to support her decision. However, as Episode 4's events suggest, Bernard knew that he could not let her leave. As soon as she made her request to exit the silo, Bernard started seeing her as a threat. He wanted her to serve as his shadow and help him extinguish the brewing rebellion in Silo 18. However, when she told him she wanted to leave, Bernard could not help but plot her murder for betraying him. Bernard also grew more and more resentful towards Meadows after he realized that she was questioning everything he stood for. Despite having a romantic history with her, Bernard realized he could no longer have her around. Therefore, he killed her by poisoning her before her actions could cause any more damage to the silo. As the episode progresses, it becomes evident that the murder was a very calculated move from Bernard's end. Why Bernard frames the mechanical citizens for the murder? He realizes it is too late for peaceful negotiations. Tim Robbins as Bernard looking angry with silo imagery in the background custom image by Yaelin Chacon. Hoping to seek answers, Knox, Shirley, Martha, and Carla head to the upper levels of the silo to talk to Judge Meadows. When the silo's law enforcement tries to stop them, they threaten to shut down their underground city's power. This is when Bernard steps forward and allows them to meet Meadows. However, when Knox and Shirley enter her room, they are surprised to see that she is dead, with a knife plunged into her chest. Realizing how this puts them in trouble, the two quickly leave the officer and rush back down. While they are at it, Sims lies to the people in the upper levels by claiming that No and Shirley murdered Judge Meadows after she refused to comply with their request to leave. This divides the silo citizens into two groups, marking the inception of a war between the lower-level rebels and the upper-level conformers. Bernard cleverly implements a divide-and-rule strategy, where he intentionally stirs discord among the silo's people to ensure the mechanical does not start a rebellion against his rule. Silo 18's history confirms that all rebellions start in the mechanical. Bernard likely knows this and understands that if he kills the roots of the rebellion in the mechanical, it will never reach the upper levels. Therefore, by pitting the upper-level folks against the ones in the mechanical, he successfully cements his own reign. Salvador Quinn and his letter in Silo explained. Meadows mentions him moments before her death. Judge Meadows opening her door to Bernard in Silo Season 2. Meadows reveals that Salvador Quinn, who was Silo 18's mayor when the 140-year-old rebellion took place, wrote a letter. Bernard, too, seems to know about the letter and recalls how it was written in code. When he asks Meadows if she deciphered the code, she asks him to stop and refuses to tell him what she found. Before Bernard can learn more about what she discovered in Quinn's message, Meadows changes the topic and recalls the time she backed off from her position as Bernard's shadow. The episode maintains an air of mystery surrounding what Meadows learned from the former mayor's letter. However, it seems evident that the letter made her realize that everything in their silo was pointless. It seemingly convinced her that the rules they were implementing on one another meant nothing in the grand scheme because the creators of the silo had their own nefarious plans, having nothing to do with the preservation of humanity. Therefore, she lost her sense of purpose and backed off from her position. Struggling to handle the truth, she turned to alcoholism before learning about Juliet's survival outside. What happened to Solo's eye? Solo's eye could explain what happened to the outside world. When Rebecca Ferguson's Juliet asks Solo what happened to his eye in Silo Season 2's Episode 4, he quickly changes the topic. A closer look at Solo in Silo Season 2 reveals that he has heterochromia. While his right eye is bright blue, his left one is a dull shade of brown. It also looks like only his blue eye has good vision while the other seems less reactive to light. This could mean that when the people from his silo stepped out, he, too, was exposed to the thing that killed them in the outside world.